Stephanie Damore is a USA Today best-selling mystery author with a soft spot for magic and romance. She loves being on the beach, has a strong affinity, excuse me, for the color pink, especially in diamonds and champagne, and not to brag, that chocolate and Stephanie are in a pretty serious relationship. Stephanie, yours.
Okay, hi guys. Happy to be here tonight, or whatever time it is where you're at. So this book that I'm reading from is the Witch in Time series, and it features V. Harper, and she is a time-traveling cold case solving witch. And this is the first book in the series. The third book comes out May 10th. And this passage that I'm going to read starts in the middle of chapter 1. She has just broken up with a man-child of a boyfriend, and he's acting ridiculous on her front porch when she receives a new case. The other person who is with her is her Siamese cat familiar, Agatha. So the dialogue with Agatha as a cat. That might clear things up. Okay. Then my evening brightened as I spotted an unmarked delivery truck heading down the country road and come bumping at my dirt driveway. To the average eye, the nondescript white truck looked like it could be delivering anything. Flowers, food, furniture. Only I knew it was something more. After 15 years working for the Agency of Paranormal Particularities, I could spot a new case coming from a mile away. A country mile, to be exact. Except when the cases just magically appeared on my dining room table. I hated when they did that. Agatha rubbed against my leg, telling me she saw it too. Being made of magic, she could go wherever I went, including back in time, when she felt like it, which was exactly what we did for the agency. I was one of the select few witches trained to travel back in time and solve cold cases. Only they weren't cold when I arrived on the scene. Like my mother, I lived for the job, and I never turned down a case, ever. Let's just hope I wouldn't meet the same fate she did, and one day never return home. Andrew continued to declare his love for me and begged me to reconsider dumping him while I signed for the familiar marked package. You okay? The delivery driver asked me while handing the package over. No doubt he was a supernatural of some sort. Werewolf, if my nose wasn't mistaken. They always gave off a wild scent, like being in the middle of the woods after a rainstorm, earthy and animalistic. The driver eyed Andrew, who was now pacing at the porch, listing off his qualities out loud. Solid job, fast car, nice hair. Andrew ticked the items off on his fingers. Oh, brother. Yeah, it's okay. I've got it, I replied, tucking the awkward-sized box under my arm. I left Andrew on the porch, went inside, and put the box on the couch. Part of me thought of just locking the door, or better yet, hopping back in time to wherever this assignment took me and leaving Andrew on the porch. The only problem with that was he'd still be there when I got back. Grudgingly, I went back out to the front porch. I looked down at Agatha, to Andrew, and back to Agatha. She nodded, knowing what I was about to do. I glanced from side to side out of habit to make sure the coast was clear. Not that I needed to worry, living out in no man's land here. I didn't even have any neighbors, not unless you counted the deer that nosed through the farm fields every evening. With the delivery driver long gone, I walked over and took Andrew by his hand. Skin to skin worked best, and unleashed my powers. Andrew smiled at my contact, then his eyes rolled back, the smile momentarily replaced by a goofy grin, while his mind floated off to La La Land. I was careful to only hold on for a handful of seconds. I didn't want to erase too much of his memory. Andrew blinked a time or two when I let go of his hand. I guess you should be going. What? Andrew shook his head, trying to make sense of the situation. Just so you know, I completely respect that you want to date other people. I planted the seed in his mind where I knew it would grow. Date other people? Andrew scratched his head. Yeah, and you're right. I think there is someone out there who is perfect for you. Perfect for me? Yes, and I'm not her. That was the truth. Good luck. I wish you the best, truly. I patted Andrew on the arm. Right. Okay. Well, good night then. Andrew looked around my yard, seeming to take in the old farmhouse with its freshly painted white clapboard siding and wide plank porch for the first time. He sort of swayed a bit as he walked down the steps back to his flashy sports car. Do you think you might have zapped him a bit too much? Agatha whispered from at my feet. Andrew had veered off to the front walkway and was smelling a leaf on the tree. Nah, he'll be all right, I said, walking back into the house, leaving the screen door to slap shut behind me. The memory's charm effects never lasted long. Agatha patted after me. I heard Andrew's car engine turn over a minute later as I walked back through the kitchen with a pair of scissors in hand. I looked out the front window to see Andrew smoothly back out of the driveway. Andrew put the car into drive and disappeared down the country road. See, he's fine. Now let's see what we've got here. I picked up the box and carried it with me to the kitchen table. Open her up. Let's see where they're sending you off this time, my feline replied. I cut the tape and dug inside. First out was a lovely emerald green dress with cap sleeves, a tight bodice, and a pleated skirt. A girdle, a pair of nylon stockings, black high heels, and a black leather purse completed the look. Inside the purse was a wallet with a fake ID, a handful of dollar bills, and some change. It looked like this time I was jumping back with the name of Anna Yates. I know some witches, like my best friend Lexi, use her family name every time. I preferred to just let the agency assign me an identity. I pushed the clothes aside and rifled through the accompanying papers. A small gold key was tucked into a pocket envelope with an address on the outside. 505 West 85th Street, apartment 2A, New York City. My new residence, I presumed. Then I read the file. A missing persons case, I told Agatha. Irene Hendrick. It appears she walked right out of her family's Upper West Side apartment and was never heard from again. I looked at the accompanying picture of a young lady with dark hair and doe eyes. Where did you go? I asked the photo. Of course, it didn't reply. And the year? Agatha asked, jumping up into the side table and nosing the box contents. 1962. What did I know about New York City in 1962? About the same amount that I knew about living on the Upper West Side. Not much. No time like the present to find out. I added the key and photo to my purse and turned to Agatha. Ready? I asked her. Pass, Agatha said, stretching out into the table, belly side up. What do you mean, pass? I might need your help on this one. Everyone knew that familiars were supposed to help witches. It was part of the deal. New York isn't my scene. You know how to find me if you need me. Agatha closed her eyes. Yeah, I did know how to find her, through astral projection, but that took a heck of a lot of power, and it would be easier to have her by my side. Come on, it'll be fun. Sorry, can't. Things to do, mice to chase, Agatha mumbled. Seconds later, soft snores filled the air. I sighed. It looked like I'd be tackling this case alone. Let's just hope I didn't need any backup. And I'll leave it at that.